Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. For Jordan Reed, Charles, still waiting for him to play a full complement of games. You know, through 4 seasons, he hasn't completed a full NFL schedule, but he's right up there in the argument for best tight end in the league.
He certainly is, and I don't think he can get a bigger compliment than I'm hearing from my friends in the scouting community, who've all told me that those teams that are in the market for tight ends, when they're scouting now, are all trying to find guys who have Jordan Reed characteristics.
Yeah, they got
route running,
that
run after the catch,
too.
the ability to create and make bigger plays. It's like a good novel, man. From undrafted free agent to leading rusher for his team, the Rob Kelly story in 2016.
You're right. Matt Jones had 460. He led it by a wide margin, did Kelly, 704. The question I have for you, what do you see from Fat Rob now going forward?
I think that he can be the lead runner for them because he does an excellent job in pass protection, a skill not many backs have.
They go play action. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Now, plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To me,
that's our height. That's our height. I'm 5'11", down 6 foot.
3rd and long for Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And now out come the Bills. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead.
He don't for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Stay 1st down.
That's what I'm saying. I got scared real quick.
Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking?
Somebody been messing with my ultimate team.
And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return.
I don't got Big Ben on. What the freak? Bruh, all my dudes are below a 60.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
Hold up, bro, hold on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now to kick it away for Buffalo.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and
they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. That one complete to Anderson.
When I tell y'all,
he's going to have a 1st down. It's a big play that time on the
fake. I got my 90 overall. I got my 90 overall, man.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. Well, kind of interesting for sure. It worked out for them. They only had a yard to go. You know, when you do that fake punt, you're kind of starting back further than you need to when you only have 1 yard.
Yeah, and I guess they felt like that was a true full fake because most of the time with a yard to go, you leave your offense on the field, you run something from your playbook. But here, they gave the full impression they were going to punt it away and picked up the 1st down. They definitely surprised us.
I was going to say, surprise, surprise. keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive line.
I got to put a 63 overall dude
to influence the defensive front.
I forgot to try.
This is intercepted. Picked off by the line. Zach Brown.
Oh, I forgot all Brian.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job.
Now you was calling me stupid. You stupid.
Figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you get a decent chance of coming away with the football.
But hold on, bro. I'm putting in my defense.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
I got to put in blunt with everybody.
Bringing up second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Cousins.
I'm just playing.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes
I ain't got no running
down.
back. Why they keep changing my dude?
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Why is Tom Brady
And
not
I know
hurt?
it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
They'll go again with Kelly. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 3-0 is our score, and we're back to upstate New York after this.
I forgot.
I got a bond contract too.
I think I got about like 100 and
This
something.
presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right.
I got 30, bro. How you put them on?
So the offense looking at
look
a
it up on
2nd and 8.
Oh, I know how to do it. Wait.
Play action now.
Nope,
Cousins.
I don't know how to do it.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time, and it's 3rd down.
Extra DB on the field
No,
for
I
the
ain't got
Bills
no
here on 3rd down.
contract.
Yeah, maybe
Hey,
thinking pass.
damn.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes able to track him down for a loss of 13, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line.
How?
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, it's Tate.
Chill.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills getting set to go. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Well, I bodied the mess out of there. He's sorry.
Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but It's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys.
You gotta go where?
When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown? I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Hold on, bro. You're going too fast. You're going too fast.
So on fourth down, the Bills call on the punt unit.
I just need
Colton
this
Schmidt. Back deep for the
contract.
Redskins, Jamison Crowder.
It won't let me.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Super Bowl Emmitt Smith.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close,
So,
you've
oh,
got
my
to feel
nigga,
there's a sense
start.
of urgency for them
Start
going
with
on
y'all.
offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now flags will
Wait.
come in. I think this one's going to be on the
Get Kirk
defense for
Cousins.
jumping.
Neutral zone
Trash,
infraction.
dude.
Defense.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I never call my dude trash like that.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards.
Extend the contracts. Yeah.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And Davis with the left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
My God,
Strategy
like
was evident
25.
there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making
Well,
a really
Albert, you
nice
might be
tackle?
lucky. Blunt and gone.
And the offense needs
But I
7
got
out
Tom
of this
Brady
play
and Larry
on 3rd
Fitzgerald.
down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Cousins from the gun on 3rd.
And J.J. Nelson.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be
you're
conscious that
smoking.
it's probably going to be contested and often
He's
physical.
great.
Sometimes that
I
leads
mean,
to
I don't like
drops.
the Patriots, but he's not sorry. He's trying to.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
Aaron
Now
Rodgers
this is
is
fielded
the
in
best
the
player.
end zone. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They got the lead last time, had to punt it though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
I've been liking him
Big
since
guys
Randy
up
Moss
front.
with
You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll go again to McCoy. And he's got room. And down
I
he'll
don't
go
know
at
what
the
you
25.
mean.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. We always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big
Josh
play
Norman
shot
got people
taken
on
by the
lockdown over
offense,
here.
unfortunately, it ended in a big
Oh,
drop.
Second down, it's McCoy. And he stopped immediately there.
Can't get a pass.
Somebody has the nerve to call that man. Sorry.
That's going to lead to a third down. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills.
Yep, Josh Norman. I got Josh Norman.
After this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando.
I know.
Larry Ridley.
Yes,
Larry
I was just
highlights
feeling.
and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of
she was in my
panic
bed
that
sheets
emerges.
last night.
You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now it's Crowder. Whoosh. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10.
What is my team overall? We were 66. 66.
They had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field.
You made me put in Madden.
Change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins?
Boy, shut
I
up.
think so.
Offense.
The penalty on 1st down backs him up 5. It's now 1st down at 15. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards
no, we'll get up the line.
That'll make it 2nd and 10.
There's coverage to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
Y'all playing
I'm about to
draft
look it up.
champions?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the
party.
first.
I hear that nigga talking. He talking about why you in the party by yourself? Dang, they didn't rush me. Earlier, when y'all all left.
I got them got off.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that
Oh,
will knock
hey, I
things
got
up here
you.
late in the
Hey, I got
first
you
half.
now, Albert. I'm back
And
to
that
see you.
3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the 2nd quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Oh, this girl trying to put me on lockdown. That ain't about to happen.
They come out here in the eye. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. A beautiful fake. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm
Whoa.
Larry Ridley.
But she needs to take that makeup off. Her body straight, but the face, ugh.
The defenses on both sides have kept points off the board, and it will be interesting
Her
to see if they
face
can keep
is
that
just,
up.
but her body is
All right,
straight.
let's roll those highlights. Redskins Lions lined up at the 48. Humber's going to take down the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Offense on the field now after the pick, and he'll be tackled at the 46-yard line. Bills will later turn it over on an interception.
I can just send it to you, Albert.
Following the interception, with plenty of pressure this half and another sack. This will go for a loss of 13. So that's it for us. We'll go back now under the lights for the second half of this Thursday night match.
No.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action
Buddy,
here in quarter number 3.
cool.
And he'll take it out of the side of the end zone
Hold
and
on.
get it at the 25.
It say you in a game.
Cousins now the centerpiece of our player spotlight, and he has not really been
That's what
able
it
to
say.
have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down
I
that
can play,
pressure.
buddy.
How do they decrease it? Is
No, I
it getting
can't.
rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter
Wait,
drops?
I think I can.
Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection
Hey, look.
schemes. Maybe you meet them on the
I
line of
changed the
scrimmage
invitation.
instead of retreating to try
I
to get
can't
the
change
quarterback.
the whole
They've got to
game.
figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much. Not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Well, I'm about
it's
to
a
go back
6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
He gonna be with me. We just gonna be saying,
They got
woo-hoo.
half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on the quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
He gets
I'm trying to learn bragging
also
rights
gets a
against
first.
Albert because I'm trying to whoop
I
this
don't know about you,
nigga.
but that
We
almost
need
felt
to
like
hurry up.
old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Nasty. Turn up on your TV. I beat my meat so real.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. Out to the left here to Reed. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
And you gonna look at it too. And you gonna look at it.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw.
Somebody took another screenshot.
From harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Ducks him with a grab over the middle.
You gotta get everybody. Albert, are you about?
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning.
You gotta have backup kickers and
Immediately in
stuff,
the
bro.
secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Not good at all. Punt him just 24 yards there. And the Bills will take over the football.
Still tired of what the freak is going on.
10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Watkins alone on the left side. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that?
Oh.
You set things up to start a half, and you just
fun.
tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack
I
them
sent the
and score some
invite.
points.
And break this tie.
I sent the invite.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run. In a double
Oh
coverage, and
my
it's
God,
intercepted.
that was a
Picked
pretty.
up by
Oh
DJ
my God.
Swearinger. And they will take over at the 26-yard
I sent the
line.
invite.
Okay, it's real simple to say
I
from
sent
here,
the
but we know
invite.
that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away.
I
First down to
sent
the right, tries to make
Right.
something
Yeah,
out of
a
nothing
little bit
here,
too
and he
far.
winds up floating one downfield that gets
Mm.
intercepted.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give
I
him a
need to
rest.
be
Took the
beating
words
his
right
meat.
out of my mouth.
Sent.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of
about to get
levels.
me
First level
copyright.
defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Make sure you got 3 players up under each one.
And partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. Now it's Tate. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory.
I can't get a
Back
run.
onto the field
I sent
now
it,
comes
Albert.
the
I sent
Bills
it.
offense.
Yo, overall,
And following the
83.
interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
I'm about to
Their
get
hope is
smacked.
that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Oh.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the
Ugly got it, ho.
25-yard line.
Blessing like you got it,
They
but
get to the
no, you're
line.
broke.
Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Go here, 2nd and 13.
Black fans, you know
The
what's
gun
going
is
on,
Taylor.
man.
Flush to his right.
Jump on
the
Halloween.
run. And that's caught inside the 35.
What?
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Water this, water that, you think
Back
it
now
good
in
as first.
Buffalo.
All
All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Toes. Never suck no toes. Every day you beat your meat.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And some space here.
Oh.
And he'll go
Okay.
down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
And that was not
You
a bad
just hear
scramble there on
logic to me.
1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Wait, who am I
And they keep
running
on the
back?
ground with McCoy.
Let me look at my
And he is
lineup
going
real
to lose
quick.
yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing
Wait,
up
what?
2nd
Where's
down.
Tom Brady?
One
Where's
thing I
Tom
know,
Brady?
defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to ride and in a bad mood.
They playing with me.
I
Where
can't even get a pass.
our quarterback is a 58 overall.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5.
Bro, just come on.
The Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did. They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time.
Not quarterback, sorry, bro. That's not fair.
Able to move, evade.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jonathan
It's supposed to be
Williams.
Tom Brady, bro. I don't know what happened, bro. This is made me
And
mad.
the Bills have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Hauschka to send this one away following the score.
It's not even playing anymore, bro.
This one taken from the 7th. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, look, man, let's restart so I can put my line up in.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
Man,
well,
forget you.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap.
Trying to use my
Was this on the
play,
Redskins? I think
Dirty
so.
bastard.
Offense.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. 2nd down, Cousins. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here later.
That's a pick. You threw it to Josh Norman side. You threw it to Josh. What?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
Bro, playing on all Madden is tricky, bro.
Buddy said playing on all
Here's
Madden.
Tressway now. Time for a break as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
It's not even 2K.
So it's
Madden
Redskin
fate.
football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27.
But you lucky I ain't got my start lineup.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
You sorry.
And here come the Bills.
5 games.
They have the lead. Still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their off.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Oh, I could have broken if I didn't shoot.
Again, it's McCoy. And able to push it. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Third down now following the run. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Pardon me, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now Taylor to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh my God.
He had it and dropped it. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on down. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practice.
You thought I was falling for that.
Hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times.
Nigga not even on Madden.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And they're going to speed things up here. And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Serfetti can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Oh, what the freak, bro? I'm back to
on 3rd down, Kelly. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out in your midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call.
You better shut up.
The guys that just stopped them. How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
McCoy. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Well, we won that one.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
You thought that was, boy? Josh Norton.
Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.
Woo-hoo.